So Terraria is a game with 4 different classes: melee, ranged, mage, and summoner, and each of these classes give you a wide variety of weapons to choose from. Each of these classes also contain different subclasses of weapons. For example, melee has swords, obviously, but they also have flails and spears. But I feel like there is one subclass that often ends up flying under the radar compared to some others: bows. Outside of some of the earlier game bows, and one specific bow I don't feel the need to mention, I don't often see people using bows in playthroughs. More often than not, they get outshined by other ranged weapons like guns and repeaters. But today, I decided to try to do a full playthrough of the game with only bows and see how long it would take me to beat the game. And for a little bit of extra spice, I decided to play this on expert mode rather than normal mode. But without further ado, let's get into it. The playthrough started out like most others: chopped some trees, made myself some basic armor, the usual stuff. I decided it would probably be a wise idea to make a weapon, so I crafted some arrows and made my first bow of the playthrough, the wooden bow.
It appears that the guide's accuracy is worse than I thought.
It's better than mine apparently, jeez. Oh, also, I forgot to mention my friend Ben from Seaward Sunday 72 was in call with me when I did this, so I'll put his channel in the description in case you want to check him out. Anyways, I did a bit of exploring and found a desert with a pyramid, so I went and explored that. I ended up getting a sandstone in a bottle, but for some reason I decided to explore the underground desert as well, which went about as well as you think it would. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I died twice. I wisely decided to not go back there again and just started working on some housing and doing a bit of mining. I ended up getting enough materials to upgrade my wood bow to a silver bow, which was nice. While I was underground, I was also able to listen to some of Ben's enlightening commentary.
I'm gonna turn off my windows. Sure, do that.
Let me turn off the windows real quick.
I want booty.
It'd be really funny if you went to the Brody Draw Stuff channel and hit the subscribe button.
I agree, you should go do that.
In all seriousness, I like potatoes with gravy. 10 reasons why I hate George Washington. I think alligators are kinda cool, but I don't know.
Probably.
I also died like 6 times, so that's neat. After a while, I had mined enough ore to get a full set of silver armor and a platinum bow, which would be very helpful for the first couple of bosses. But I wasn't done with the underground. I still wanted more life crystals, some form of movement accessory, and rubies for a king slime summon. So I decided to go to the underground desert for some reason and got some Dune Rider boots. I also broke some crimson hearts to get myself a panic necklace. Wow, that is a lot of hearts. Then the goblins invaded.
Loops around. Cool.
So that went well. After that, I tried to go to the underground jungle since I hadn't explored it up until that point, only for me to face the absolute pain that is expert mode. There's a crab statue.
That's a moist critical reference.
I might die. I will die.
What?
I have poison
No.
for 33 seconds.
No.
Okay, so for some reason, for this next recording, OBS decided to switch my mic settings on me, so the entirety of this recording just sounds like this.
Yeah, actually.
So I'm just gonna skim over what happens in this session really quick. I went over the jungle to make a house and pylon there, which would be useful for later, before making an arena for the first couple of bosses. Using the arena, I fought King Slime, which was pretty easy. I'll spare you the fight, it was just 3 minutes of this. After that, I fought the Eye of Cthulhu, which was pretty much the same story, but upon defeating them, I was able to craft the Tendon Bow, the 4th bow of the playthrough. And then I got cocky and decided to fight the Brain of Cthulhu. I also then got my butt absolutely handed to me. So I decided it would probably be a good idea to find the Goblin Tinker and reforge my gear. I found him and tried to build a house for him, but then Deerclops decided to spawn out of nowhere. Safe to say, I did not stand a chance. So after that, I was just like, okay, I'll just go to the jungle and try to look for life crystals while I wait for him to despawn. But then a goblin army invaded. Like, man, I just want to build my house in the tundra. So I had to take care of them. Fun. Well, after that whole fiasco, I decided to try to look for ice skates to upgrade my lighting boots, and then got bored after 5 minutes of trying. This is boring. I decided I was probably prepared enough to try to fight the brain again anyway, so I just went and did that. That's probably enough. Yep.
Yeah, that was more than.
Alright, attempt 2. I'm getting killed by spiders. Ow. Man, it's dark in here.
Almost done with the first phase.
Yeah, this is the easy part. Then it
Yeah.
gets difficult.
Just use the bug net.
Yeah, that's what I need right now. I sneak getting frostburned. Thank you. Stupid spider, get out of the way. This is not your battle. I think we got this. I think we can do this.
Yep, if you don't do this, I'll be severely disappointed in you.
I'm confused. There we go. Luckily, it went better than the first time. The next boss I decided to set my sights upon was Queen Bee, mainly because it dropped the next bow in progression, the Bee's Knees, which would be essential for the next couple of bosses. So I got to work in an arena in the jungle, along with killing King Slum a couple of times so I could craft more Frostborn arrows. And with that, I felt I was pretty prepared.
Gonna be easy peasy lemon squeeze.
It's gonna be easy. Alright, well I would say I'm pretty ready to fight it. Okay, I didn't mean to do it at that moment, but I guess, you know, we can't always get what we want. Man, she's shooting pretty fast. She also just is very fast. Dang, I have so much regeneration right now.
Frozen invincible.
This should be easy.
Because of your immense defense.
There we go. The fight was actually really easy. I mean, I had an absurd amount of regen, so she did not stand a chance. Even if it did take 6 minutes. I managed to get the Bee's Knees on the first try too, but I still wanted to get the honeycomb accessory so I could combine it with my panic necklace. So I fought her a few more times, and by a few more times, I mean 6 times. Let's craft that up. Oof. Wow, she's dying fast. I might actually die here. What am I saying? No honeycomb, though. Dead. Hey, I got the trophy. And still no honeycomb. And still no honeycomb. Did we get it? No, we did not. And I never really wanted it anyway. Oh, remember how in that other recording OBS messed up my microphone? Well, guess what? It did it again. We are live. Whatever, you guys will just have to deal with it this time around. Anyways, the next boss to fight was Deerclops, so I went to the underground snow biome to get some flinks first so that I could summon him up. Alright, well let's just fight this. Shouldn't be hard. He's ascending from the ground.
Oh. Probably not.
Okay, I might need to buff you. I thought this was gonna be a bit easier, I'll be honest. And then I remembered how much health he has. I should probably
That's
put on like
true.
panic necklace or something for the mobility. problem is the speed boost I get from the panic necklace is always almost worthless because I'm pretty much always frozen or slowed.
Oh yeah, doesn't he slow you for longer in expert mode?
I would assume so. Everything's for longer in expert mode.
Yeah.
Alright, oh gosh. I need regen.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no. This is, of all the things that are good, this is not one of them.
That does not sound good.
This is fine.
True.
It's almost dead. There we go.
Nice.
There wasn't much preparation that needed to be done after that, besides building a house at the beach, so I just went straight to Skeletron after that. Anyway, Terraria, right? Big skeleton man. I should probably take care of the hands. That seems
That's
like
what
a
he-
smart thing to do. There we go. Now he's just a head, no arms. But now
No way,
he's
like the game for the Nintendo Switch.
shooting skulls.
I feel like it's kind of unfair. That I
Man,
don't have
this
arms.
expert mode stuff, easy. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be, but anyways, it was time to loot the dungeon. Not that there was really much I needed, just a shadow key and an obsidian shield,
Get
both
the
I managed to
slimes.
find pretty quickly. Yay, that's pretty much all I need from here. And so it was time to prepare for the next boss, that being the Wall of Flesh. The first step was to build myself a elevator and get myself a Hellforge so that I could upgrade my Cobalt Shield. I also decided to check one of the chests down there since it was close by, and that first chest had the next bow I needed, that being the Howling Bow. How convenient. After that, I got the materials to craft Necro Armor, which would be a key asset for the upcoming fight. I then died in the underground somehow, before making my way to hell to get Hellstone. I also got some voodoo dolls while I was down there. I mean, I died in the process, but whatever. And hell is a dangerous place, who knew? I grabbed some water walking potions because I was too lazy to build a bridge, along with some other potions that would be important. And with that, we were ready for the fight. I had a feeling this would be a challenge due to how in expert mode the Wall of Flesh speeds up over time. I expected to be at this fight for a little while. I mean, I did not think I would get it first try, but there was no way to know how the fight would go until I tried it, so there was nothing to do but throw the doll into the lava. Wow, he is getting destroyed. Holy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I wouldn't say you're really over prepared, but you were kind of over prepared.
A little bit. He's already down to like almost half health, and it's been like 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't think he ever stood a chance.
Yeah, that was. This feels a bit too easy.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, thank God. I almost lost there. Yay. Wow, it was really just that easy? Like, I never even got below half health. Like, I know I was well prepared and all, but like, that fight lasted less than 2 minutes. Anyways, that is the end of this section of the video. Yep, this video will be separated into 2 parts. The next part will cover all of hard mode. So, if you would like to see that, hit the like button on this video. Also, it'd be pretty cool if you subscribe to this channel. I plan on doing more videos like this, so stay tuned for those. Also, as I said, Ben's channel will be in the description if you want to go subscribe to him. He's a good friend of mine. Hopefully the rest of the game will be a bit more challenging. This is actually the first time I've played expert mode, so I don't even have a clue on how the rest of the game's gonna go. But anyways, yeah, that's it for this video. See ya.